SCP-4166, aka former teenage Succubus. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-4166-1 is to be kept in a standard humanoid containment cell with the following modifications. Adjacent cell has been converted into a 24 by 7 manned monitored guard station. Windows have been removed. Warning signs have been placed indicating that religious and/or masculine and presenting team personnel are strictly forbidden in SCP-4166-1's containment shader. Allowances of personal items are subject to approval of research redacted and junior psychologist redacted. SCP-4166-1 has previously requested 5 meals daily, 3 meals daily, the pistol, taser, cigarettes, and marijuana cigarettes, as a butane and lighter, various books, magazines, and video games, a copy of the Holy Bible. SCP-4166-2 manifestations are to be terminated upon sight, followed by administration of Class A as amnestic to SCP-4166-1. SCP-4166-1 is to be provided 1 cc of human semen in liquid, administered via a capsule with food. SCP-4166-1 is allowed to deny administration once per month if refusal would not cause irrevocable harm. Arrangements have been made with a local sperm bank for these purposes. Psychological evaluations of SCP-4166-1 are to be undertaken once a week to monitor the efficiency and anti-anxiety and anti-depression medications. Description: SCP-4166-1 is a female humanoid human Class C reality bender responsible for the creation of SCP-4166-2 and -3. It displays numerous psychological ailments, including aversion to men, fear of sleeping, PTSD, and suicidality. Medical analysis has discovered significant scarring on the palms, feet, and genital area. Additionally, SCP-4166-1 exhibits extreme cachexia. If not administered 1 cc of human semen weekly, every 7 days, or in times of increased distress. SCP-4166-1 manifests an instance of SCP-4166-2 if one does not currently exist. SCP-4166-2 is a mute-like humanoid figure, here with no defining visual features which otherwise exhibits typical human characteristics. Upon manifestation, SCP-4166-2 enters the room containing SCP-4166-1 through primary method of entry. Regardless of barriers, it then attempts to approach SCP-4166-1. If SCP-4166-1 retains the memory of containment of SCP-4166-2, SCP-4166-2 will proceed to take action to counteract previous methods of containment, up to and including manifesting with weaponry. Upon termination, SCP-4166-2 instances demanifest instantaneously. SCP-4166-3 is a 3-phase mental illness affecting individuals who have observed an instance of SCP-4166-2, lasting for a duration of SCP-4166 E6-2's manifestation. Stage 1 of SCP-4166-3 typically lasts 2 months before progressing to Stage 2. Symptoms include increased irritability, discomfort with being alone, compulsion to lock doors, or increased startled response, seeing things in the periphery of vision. Stage 2 of SCP-4166-3 typically lasts 1 month before progressing to Stage 3. Accompanying those present during Stage 1, symptoms include the conviction that one who was covered in flames in memory of major life events such as birthdays or weddings does not aid when provided with evidence otherwise. Visual hallucinations of shadowy hands when viewing doorknobs, lasting approximately 1 second. Aversion to religious ceremonies in masculine and presenting persons. Sleep paralysis. Stage 3 of SCP-4166-3 lasts until termination of SCP-4166-2. Accompanying those present during prior stages, symptoms include perpetual tactile hallucinations of hands grasping oneself, displaying no notable pattern. Visual hallucination of SCP-4166-2 is in empty doorways. Burning sensations throughout one's body. Conviction of fear of eternal suffering after death. SCP-4166-1 was raised in a Catholic orphanage 12 years prior to the hospitalization of Father Redacted in an apparent case of spontaneous combustion. 6 days afterwards, the first manifestation of SCP-4166-2 occurred on 07-24-2008. During this manifestation, a gunshot attracted the attention of the nuns. Upon entering the room, they found SCP-4166-1 alone, holding a pistol at entrance to its room. Authorities were notified of the incident, leading to the retrieval of SCP-4166. Junior Psychologist Redacted forward intake session done shortly after acquisition on 07-26-2008. Begin log. Good afternoon, SCP-4166-1. I prefer if you didn't call me that, please. Apologies. Do you have a preferred manner of address? I'm Frick. Pardon? No, I mean, I don't have anything I'd particularly like to be called. I guess, SCP-4166-1 remains in silence for a few moments. Just call me, Redacted, I guess. I know it doesn't sound too great as a name, but it's my family name. Well then, it is my pleasure to meet you, Redacted. SCP-4166-1 remains silent for a full minute. Are you okay? SCP-4166-1 remains silent for 10 minutes as Redacted continues to take notes. I guess I can't and not speak this time. You're free to take your time. I'm here for as long as you need. Thanks. But I want to intakes, right? You want to know what my deal is. You want to help. I want to help you help. So, brace yourself. It's, you should. Sure, Redacted. 10 seconds elapse. Alright, I'm ready when you are. 20 seconds elapse. Redacted? I was, like, you know what I mean, I hope. I'm afraid not. God, I'm sorry. It's alright, take your time. Yeah, I know. It's just, God, it's hard to say. It's impossible to say. I hoped it would be obvious what my damage is, you know? I guess not though. You already know a lot of my personnel. From asking the nuns. Yes, they told me a lot about you. How hardworking you were, or how devout, albeit fearful without reason at times. They really did. They didn't tell you about me? Shoot. I mean, I am those things, or was. I don't know anymore. God. Did they tell you anything about that? I'm sorry? Christ. You really have no clue. All I know is what they've told me, more or less. SCP-4166-1 remains silent for a minute. Find them. Let me paint you a picture. Going out at night, not coming back for a few days. Fear, constant and panic attacks, hypervigilance, sleep troubles, eating issues. Any of this sound familiar? I'm afraid those are symptoms shared by a lot of different illnesses. It's something clearly traumatic, right? Yes, something traumatic happened to me. Prior to the manifestation of SCP-4166-2, things don't just appear. Things don't just come out of the dark for no reason. Yes, prior to the manifestation. Were you attacked by someone? Not exactly. I mean, yes, I was attacked by definition, but not quite. Right? That's not quite right, but you're really close. You're really close. SCP-4166-1 lets out an honorable groan. I feel so useless. So freaking pathetic. Why? Why does it have to be so freaking hard to say a single word? I wish I could just say it. I wish I could face it. I do. Do you have a pen? Oh, let me check. Yes, here you are. SCP-4166-1 takes out a notebook and stares at a blank page for a minute, and before starting to mark it. I hated the church. I hated being there. I hated being there and feeling like I was sin. Like I was sin incarnate. They treated me like that. You know? I was 5. They didn't know how to deal with me when I started being symptomatic. SCP-4166-1 grimaces. They called it weakness of the flesh. When I cry or say things I was supposed to or do, things are inappropriate for my age. I was hit. I was made to repent. SCP-4166-1 pauses. I was worthless. I was a demon, and even though I am obligated to reject him, I talked with the devil. SCP-4166-1 begins to tear up, and eventually, after years of being hit and being dirty, I made a deal, you know. I made a deal to make it stop. I made a deal to make him pay, to make him burn like I did, to feel like how he made me. But that was for a price, of course. I made a deal in exchange for having to seduce and sleep with a dude once a week. But I was pardon my friend. A freaking slut back then. Freaking horrible. Christ. So I didn't care. It was a freaking upside to me. God, Christ, forgive me. SCP-4166-1 clutches its temple with both hands, pressing into its eyes with its palms. For the first time in my freaking life, I felt powerful. I felt in control. I got the power to kill him, and I didn't even freaking do that right. I should have known demons don't die easily. SCP 4166-2 manifests. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for SCP 4166-2 begins approaching SCP 4166-1 emergency containment protocol ECP B166 initiated. Losing it. And I should have been better than that. I'd like to stop for today. End log.